This is Apollo Control at 102 hours 12 minutes into the flight of Apollo 11. We're now 2 minutes 53 seconds from reacquiring the spacecraft, 21 minutes 23 seconds from the beginning of the powered descent to the lunar surface. It's grown quite quiet here in Mission Control. A few moments ago, Flight Director Gene Kranz requested that everyone sit down, get prepared for events that are coming, and he closed with the remark, "Good luck to all of you." Here on the front of our display boards, we have a number of big plot boards which will be used to keep track of the burn progress. Among the more important of those is one which will show the performance of the onboard guidance systems, both the primary and the backup guidance system, and compare the guidance systems with the Manned Spaceflight Network tracking. These displays, by the time this is all over, will look a good deal like a combination Christmas tree 4th of July. We're now 1 minute 39 seconds from reacquiring the command module, Columbia. Acquisition of the lunar module will come a little less than 2 minutes after that. At the time we acquire the LEM, it should be at an altitude of about 18 nautical miles, descending toward the 50,000-foot pericynthion, from which point the powered descent to the lunar surface will be initiated. If for any reason the crew does not like the way things look as they're coming across the pericynthion, simply by not initiating the maneuver, they will remain in a safe orbit, 60 miles by 50,000 feet. And if they desired, they would be able to attempt the powered descent on a following revolution at a ground elapsed time of about 104 hours 26 minutes. We are now coming up on 30 seconds to acquisition of the command module. We'll stand by for that event.
Okay, I'm just going to pause the audio there for a second. I felt like it was never going to stop. Basically, this is an Nvidia tech demo that basically, I just saw on their YouTube channel that they launched it, basically saying that there's been a lot of conspiracies about this, and I think this is just a two-in-one for them. It's a way for them to show off new technology, and also basically them saying that I'm not 100% sure, but I think what they said on the description was the fact that people seem to think that this was either done by like filmed on stage, or it was a computer generated thing, and they're basically showing that even now, where technology is at now, it's difficult to do something like this. I've got a GTX 970 running at 1080p, and I'm currently getting 20 frames a second looking at this thing. Turn away, look at the sort of this, 25, 23. I think if we turn sort of things like the lighting and everything down, but then you get far more constant, like far more darker shadows and things. The frames do pick up to like 30, and yeah, it's basically what it says on the tin. It's a technology demo. But we can have a little play around with some of these settings just to have a look at it. You can see all the footprints and everything. It's extremely detailed, this thing is. Let's just have a look at it with some different things. Direct light is the intensity light travels straight from the sun. So if we change the sun's position, oh, that looks really cool actually. That looks really cool. Damn. Let's have a look at some other things like with colour. We just had that one. So this is just colour. It pretty much says is what it says on the tin. Get some screen tearing. Wireframe. I think this is crazy. How many just look at that. You get right up close to it and you can't even make it. Well, you can. They're tiny. This thing is meshed amazingly well. And then we're just in a big dome. Sun is... I don't know if we can get the sun. There's the sun. That's probably the moon or the sun. See if we can get the sun to highlight it. Is that the Earth? That's the Earth. Yeah, it looks like the Earth. What other things can we look at? So the stars. Don't think there is hardly any stars. Oh yeah, there we go. Messed about with the exposure. Oh, 4. Damn. Oh, let's not look at that. So you don't want to put the exposure too high, apparently. Okay. Oh, damn, that's a GPU killer right there. 10 frames a second. Okay. It's doing it in real time. So that's literally just changed the way that all of this is getting rendered. Damn. Let's take those off. Let's reset that and reset that. Oh shit, you can turn it off. Does it turn his shadow off, I wonder? It does turn his shadow off. Crazy. Show Neil Armstrong's suit is so reflective that it essentially becomes a light, so scattering the sunlight upon his suit. Yeah, so it's basically just showing you that like there's so many different things that they would have had to calculate to get it accurate that it's pretty much a no-no. Let's change back to that just because it looks better. Chromal. That's awesome. I've only ever really messed about with one other Nvidia tech demo, and that's the face that they did. And the face is really cool. So have a look at what it looks like without Neil. Yeah, you can actually see. Look on that part of the ship there. It does change, and up there as well. He does change quite a few things. He puts light onto him as well. Damn, it's crazy. So that's basically the texturing. Phew. That voxel thing is crazy. I think it's giving it more detail. Closer you get into it is what it's doing. When we get far away, it's making it all into one big blob. See, there's not very many voxels there at all. And you get in, and it turns them tiny. So I'll show Neil on, take vox color off. It's been pretty cool. Can't go any higher than that, so let's see how far out we can go. Probably not going to be too far. Yeah, that's as far as we can go. Let me go. Can't go that way. Just have a look at the sun. So cool. Let's have a look at what it looks like now with Neil gone. Not much different because the sun's pretty much directly impacting it anyway. Oh, that's really cool. So if I oh, trying to see if I can get that ship and his visors to change. Let's go for a really cinematic one. Orbit. Set the exposure a little bit. I think we've pretty much looked at all of the settings now. It was just a cool little thing to check out. You can check this out. Nvidia, it's a free demo. I'll put a link in the description. You do need a Kepler-based, Maxwell-based GPU though for the time being, I think, which is, I don't know if it's compatible with the 750 because that is Maxwell, but I don't know if they've made that compatible. But definitely the 980 and the 970 can do it. The link will be in the description if you care. But yeah, that's about it. And obviously if you cared about what they were saying, it's the audio control. I'm not going to put it back on though because it seems like that would go on for quite some time. It already went on for about 5 or 10 minutes in the intro. So yeah, that's it. Thanks.